Meanwhile, the school year is almost wrapped up for most students, and with summer and graduations and other celebrations, teenagers will more than likely be confronted with opportunities and peer pressure to drink alcohol or use other substances.
Parents who allow drinking at parties may be part of the problem, but they can also be part of the solution just by talking with their teens about alcohol use.
So joining us now to explain what parents can do is Jenny Wood from the Office of Behavioral Health Prevention and a spokesperson for the Speak Now Colorado campaign. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. We're happy to have you here. So first of all, there's so much talk about marijuana use, but alcohol is really still the most commonly used substance for young adults.
Absolutely. Research supports the fact that alcohol is widely used. The recent Healthy Kids Colorado survey that was done in 2017, 29% of high schoolers reported having at least one drink within the last 30 days compared to 19% that had said they had smoked marijuana in the last 30 days.
And that's just in 30 days.
And is there a reason that alcohol continues to lead some of the other substances that they might try?
Absolutely. There's several different things that factor into the reason why alcohol is widely used. One of them is social norms and way society views alcohol use and the fact that it's something that is seen as socially acceptable. Alcohol is predominantly at major life functions and events, and with the recent report that shows that adults are binge drinking frequently. Another piece to that is if you look at the landscape of Colorado and more specifically the metro area, there's high density of breweries and bars, and breweries now are targeting families and have activities for younger children, so it's important to look at the message that's sending. Another factor is access. Young people have easy access to alcohol. Recently there's been a lot of attention on safe storage for prescription drugs in the home or marijuana, but I don't think the same focus is on alcohol, so that's leaving liquor cabinets open to children. They have older family members that might buy it for them, so it's really predominant and easy to access.
So ingrained in our society. Many parents think alcohol use is inevitable, so they try to make a safe space for kids to experiment. Is that okay to do? Is this part of the problem?
Absolutely, it is not okay to do that. It is something that can really tie parents up within the legal system, and on the other hand, parents may feel justified in their rationale behind wanting to do that, thinking my child is going to experiment with substances, so why not provide a safe space? Why not monitor it? Why not be able to make sure that nobody's driving? But rather than doing that, they may benefit more from opening the lines of communication and having a conversation around the risks and potential harms around drinking and substance use.
Yeah, just be honest about that. How else can parents maybe lead by example and make a positive impact?
Sure. So it's a really simple tactic, but it's just about having the conversation with your child around substance use and not taking it from the era. I grew up in the era with the war on drugs and the scare tactics, the commercials with pan and this is your brain on drugs. That doesn't work. So really being open and honest, but not only looking at your verbal communication, looking at your nonverbal and how you treat alcohol as a parent, and are your children seeing you consume alcohol? And a lot of times parents may not know how to start the conversation, so that's where our website, Speak Now Colorado, is a really good resource. It talks about how you can start the conversation based on age, what the laws are. And another piece for parents, it's not only like setting your expectations as to why you don't want them to drink, but also keeping the door open on what if you do drink, what if you have a family history of substance use, what if you see a friend that's struggling, what if you're at a party and your ride is drinking, how can you get home safely?
Yeah, we have a history of alcoholism in my family, and that was always a conversation growing up, is this is part of your genetics. So it was very talked about and helpful. Thank you so much, Jenny, for joining us today. A lot of great tips for parents out there.
Thank you.
It is not always easy to know the best way to talk with your kids about this, but Speak Now Colorado can help. Just check out speaknowcolorado.org for suggestions on how to talk with kids as young as 9.